school, sat in the same classrooms as you, walked through the same hallways as you, had some of the same teachers as you. But while I was in these classes, like a lot of you, I used to kind of zone out and daydream. I know you're not supposed to do that, but I was doing that. I was daydreaming. The thing that I was daydreaming about, honestly, a lot of time it was, I ain't gonna lie, it was girls. But when I wasn't daydreaming about girls, I had my mind on being a rapper. I wanted to be the best rapper, and I just wanted to do that. That was my goal. So, I was always thinking about lines. You know, if I'm gonna have physical science, I don't know if Mr. Lloyd still teaches here, but I had physical science with Mr. Lloyd. If I would hear a word, I'm like, oh man, I like that word. And I would take the word and I would go try to use it in a rap. That's how much my mind was always on rapping. So I had a dream. You know, like I wanted to be like Tupac, J.Z, Nas, Eminem at the time. DMX was real hot at the time, and that's who I love, so I wanted to be like these rappers. But I started to notice something. I was like, hold on, I got a couple problems. The first problem is, man, all my favorite rappers at the time, you know, they was all gangster rappers. Like, it was like, y'all know DMX, right? Like, so, all my favorite rappers was rapping about like, killing you, robbing you, and like, obviously y'all can see that wasn't me. So my first problem was, how do I become a good rapper if I came to rap about the things that my favorite rappers rap about? Obviously, if I talk about killing somebody, y'all would look at me crazy because I never did that. If I talk about robbing you, you'd be like, yo man, I just see you in the orchestra. You're not gonna rob, what you doing? You know, I wasn't doing that. I was at basketball practice and trying to talk to girls in the skating rink. That wasn't me. So I had to overcome that obstacle of what to talk about. Eventually I learned, just be yourself and the world will follow. They'll fall in love with you for being yourself. And I had to learn it. Now, I had another problem. And to me this was a big issue too, because at the time, all the best rappers in the game were from a major city, from New York City, from LA, Chicago, these places with millions of people. And to me, and to you, a lot of y'all seem like the biggest places in the world. Like, we from Fayetteville, come on, like, you know, rappers from Fayetteville, right? So this is my problem. How do I get on in a game where everybody else is from a major city? So what I did was, I said, you know what? If they don't come to me, I'll go to them. So I applied to college in New York. I only applied to 2 schools, NYU and St. John's, both of them in New York City. And I said, yo, I'll go to the music industry. I went to school, and I did one other thing. And all the songs I was making, this is before I had a record deal, all the songs I was making, I was shouting out Fayetteville. Because I'm like, yo, if Jay-Z can represent Marcy Projects in Brooklyn and have the whole world knowing where his projects is, why can't I put on for my city? No matter how big we are, no matter how many people we got, why can't I? So, alright, so I wanna do a little side note while we talk about other places in the world. This is just something I want to tell y'all. A lot of y'all, some of y'all are like military brats, and you've probably been around a little bit, maybe in the city, but a lot of y'all are like me. The only place you ever seen before is Fayetteville. Like, it's really the only place you've been. Some of y'all might have drove to Myrtle Beach or something. Some of y'all might have been to, you know, Lumberton, but you never really been out of Fayetteville. So allow me to tell you this. What I do, I've been blessed enough to see the world, to tour and see the world. So I've been to every major city in America. So I've been to New York. We got cameras on, so y'all say what's up to Jay-Z. Say what's up, Jay-Z. Say what's up, Jay-Z. I've been to Chicago. Y'all say, what's up, Kanye? I've been to New Orleans. Y'all say, what's up, Weezy? I've been out in LA. I'm recording Italy. Y'all say, what's up, Rose? And then also, not just America, but I love going to Canada, and one of my favorite cities is Toronto. Y'all say, what's up, Jimmy J? So look, so it's not just America that I've been around. I toured Europe twice, so I've been to London, I've been to Paris, I've been all over England, all over Germany, I've been to Norway, Sweden, Amsterdam, I've been to all these places. So listen, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Don't fall into the trap of just thinking the world is right here in Fayetteville. The world is much bigger than Fort Bragg Road, Bragg Boulevard. It's much bigger than Van Story, or it's bigger than Bonnie Doan, or Murchison Road, or wherever you might be from. Bonnaroo. So look, I just wanted to tell y'all that. Get in the mind frame, promise yourself that you're gonna do your best in your life to go travel the world, and see the world, because it's beautiful things to see. It's other cultures, other languages, other sites, people to meet. I just want to give y'all that public service now. But I got off track, way off track. Remember I was telling y'all about my two problems. The first problem was I wasn't no gangster rapper. The second problem was I'm coming from a small town. What do I do about that? I told y'all the answer. So why am I telling you this particular story about the hurdles that I had to get over? That's because I want to connect it to another point, and it's about being set up for success. I came up with that phrase. It sounds like it should be somebody's phrase, but I just came up with it. It's called set up for success, right? So, for instance, there's some people in here right now in this room, and I know this because I went to school here. There's a lot of people in this room right now, and it's a good thing. This is a good thing. A lot of y'all are already set up for success. Mom went to college. Dad went to college. They got good jobs. Every day you come home from school, since you were young in elementary school, mom is there, dad is there. Honey, did you do your homework? They checking your test scores, checking your report cards. Am I right or am I wrong? There's a lot of people here that have a strong family unit, right? So, with that said, some of y'all are already set up for success. If you want to be a lawyer, mom and dad know what it takes to allow you to be a lawyer. Your mom pays to go to college, then to law school, and hopefully you start working at a law firm, become a lawyer. And then guess what? When you have kids, the cycle continues, and you set your children up for success. And that's great, that's a blessing, and I'm glad that's the case for you. But I want to also talk about the people in this room today that aren't necessarily set up for success. So, and you know who you are, it might not necessarily be this situation, but let's say your mother's the only person in the house. She's a single mother. You got you, your brother, your sister. Your mother's taking care of all y'all. She goes to work. By the time she comes home from work, she cooks. By the time she cooks, by the time she does the necessary things to keep the lights on in the house, to make sure PWC ain't coming knocking on the door to cut y'all off, to make sure that you have what you need, clothes, food, shelter. She might not have the energy or the motivation. She's not a bad mother, but she might not have the energy to give you the proper, honey, did you do your homework? Honey, what'd you get on your test? Honey, let me see your report card. That might not be the case at your home. So, therefore, you're not set up for success. Your situation is a little harder. Now, is that fair? Is it fair that you were born into a family that struggles, and then maybe John was born into a family that's succeeding? Is that fair? No, that's not fair, but that's life. And what I'm coming here to tell you today is I'm speaking to a few people in here. I don't know who you are, you know who you are. Are you going to use that as an excuse to fall off? And because you know your mom won't check your report card, you can slack off in school? Are you going to use that as an excuse to hang with the wrong people, to do the wrong things because you know at the end of the day you can get away with it? Or are you going to use this unfair fact as motivation to change your situation for yourself so that you don't have to go through the same things your mother is currently going through, and so that your kids don't have to go through the same thing you're going through? You want to provide for your kids, you want to change the cycle because that's the cycle. So, what I would tell you is, you want to break that cycle. Don't use that as an excuse. The world is out there for you to go explore it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell y'all that there's a lot of opportunities in the world and you should go grab it. Now, I'm going to leave y'all on this with these quotes that I put together. I feel very proud of this speech that I wrote, but I didn't even have to read it. I was just spitting it out. The world is out there for you to go explore. The opportunity is there for you to grab it. And that dream deep inside, a lot of you, because everybody in here has a dream today, whether you've told anybody or not. Everybody in here, when you close your eyes and you think about what you want to do, everybody has a dream. So that's there for you to go get it. You're supposed to go get it. It's there for you to grab it. So I'm going to leave you with this quote. Nobody famous ever said it until right now. You can be whatever you want to be, but first, you have to want to be something. So I'm asking y'all to please want to be something. My name is J.Cole.